Yo, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another video. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to make video production your full-time job. Now, I'm 19 years old, and I actually work full-time in the, video production industry, quote-unquote, whether it's my outwork, which is primarily filming events and nightclubs and stuff like that, and just overall events, and then coming home and doing the post-production stuff, or whether it's my client work, which is my in-work, where I'm pretty much just editing for a variety of different clients who I don't even meet or anything like that. I just edit on the internet. But overall, for this video, I've compiled a few different points that we're going to look at, which you kind of have to keep in mind when pursuing kind of video production as a full-time job. Basically things that you'll have to tend to, or just things to keep in mind pretty much. But without further ado, this is how to make video production your full-time job. Now, the first thing that I would suggest, and this is kind of just not even a suggestion, this is the go-to strategy when you're actually starting up and trying to make essentially a name for yourself in the first place and kind of make a bang and a splash in your local community. Work on every single project that is available to you or that comes your way. Absolutely every single project, whether there's a paycheck attached or whether it is for free or for a low amount of money or something like that. It's easy to get put off when there's not kind of an incentive at first, if you know what I mean, where you're actually getting money out of it or anything like that. But it is crucial in the first stages of your actual essentially production company or your freelancer kind of career that you make a name for yourself. And people obviously aren't just right off the bat going to be like ready to pay you for loads of services, especially if you don't have kind of a rich portfolio, showing that you've been working on this sort of stuff for a while. People trust like a track record essentially.
Big up the cameraman, TQ9. Yeah. Marcus Nasty, we're in basement 45. Boy, where's this? No pitch, Rude, Spook, Spectrum, Killjoy, Pub. I think we've got a secret. Excuse my rude friend. Yeah, his name's TJ. Yeah.
You kind of have to build up a portfolio, definitely, which is another point down the road. But overall, just take every single project that is available to you, whether there's a paycheck attached or not, because oftentimes, if you might even do a free gig for somebody, then the work that they put out, other people might reach out to them and ask, who made the video, or obviously you might have a credit on the video and they may reach out to you directly, in which case you might end up getting a paid gig from an original free gig when other people see the value in your work and start to reach out to you. So right off the bat, definitely just take every single gig that you can kind of even get lined up, and overall is definitely worth it, even if there's not a paycheck attached, like I said, because you're building up a portfolio. Next up is networking, and networking is obviously extremely important in any kind of business endeavor that you're going to be doing. You need to be talking to like-minded individuals, seeing how you can help each other, and also that's how you're getting a lot of your clients. Now, for me, the main work that I could kind of sum this up for would be my outwork, which is filming events and filming nightclubs and stuff like that. A lot of the times when I've actually been on site filming places, and in the early stages, literally just at the beginning of this year, it wasn't even for much money at all. So it was actually really good to actually be on site, because oftentimes the fellow promoters would be at these events and see me filming and come up to me and my partner Noah and actually ask us both if we were pretty much interested in filming their events as well. And we've actually gone on to get much higher paying clients from other fellow promoters who were at the actual parties and the events of the clients that we were filming for even less money, which is very dope. So obviously networking and talking to people, and it's all about just being on site. Of course, you can do a lot of networking on the internet and things like that nowadays, which is great. We reach out to loads of people through Facebook and Instagram. However, nothing really beats like being in person and meeting someone face to face, if you know what I mean, especially if you're maintaining a professional manner about you, and it's a huge point in your favor if they actually, see you doing what you're doing. That's huge proof that you are obviously hireable by other people. Next up on the list is building a reel or a portfolio and website to showcase your stuff. Now, this is kind of unprofessional of me, but I use it. I kind of have another way of showing it off, but I don't actually have a reel. Yes, I know, that's mad. I should probably make one, to be fair, but for my type of work, which is pretty much primarily events and clubs, I just use a website, which is tiki9media.com, which is my production company, and basically you go there and it's just a long list of videos that we've worked on, so I just linked that instead. But it is essential that you come up with either a reel or a website and portfolio of some sorts. Instead of just linking people individual projects you've worked on, you can link them a reel, which is an extremely professional way to go about things, because obviously they can see firsthand the quality of your work and you know, a mashup of various different projects you've worked on, which obviously shows you've been, you know, you have a track record of doing this before, which it's all kind of about selling yourself, I suppose, to new clients. But pretty much a reel is a great way to go about it, like I said. Or personally, I've just gone for a website portfolio, which is an easy link you can obviously send to potential clients when they ask for your work, or just up front if you're trying to just, you know, cold message them or something like that, or cold call them, however your approach is. But a reel or a portfolio of website of some sort is pretty much essential, because like I said, you just need to be able to show off the quality of your stuff, and it's a much more professional approach than popping up with maybe like 5 links to different projects, you know what I mean, all kind of like a messy thing, if you know what I mean. Where it's a much more clean way to actually approach a client is with a reel or a website and portfolio, much more professional way to do things. So definitely put together a reel or a website / portfolio of some sort. Which actually brings me on to my next point, which is reach out constantly. You need to be constantly reaching out to new potential clients. Like I said earlier in the video, personally, I use Facebook and Instagram. It's very easy to reach out to event companies through Facebook, as you can literally just go over to Facebook and type in events this month, or events, you know, whatever the month is, 2017 or 2018, whatever the year is, and you will just get greeted with a fat list of potential clients, pretty much, or just loads of events that are going on in your area. Then you can go to the event page and just message the promoters directly, which is extremely simple, and that's just one of the ways that I reach out. However, you do need to find a way that is pretty much just solid for reaching out to potential clients. That's just the way I use, but obviously not everyone watching this will be doing event-based videos, and that method might not work too well for you, but you do need to find a good, consistent way of reaching out to people and be reaching out to new potential clients every single day. Or maybe spend one solid day a week where you put a few hours into going out, trying to find new potential customers and reaching out to them with your kind of proposals, I guess. But overall, that is essential to be bringing in new clients. Like I said, at first, if you're setting up, you may have to be doing stuff for free, but do as much for free at first, because the time's going to go by anyways. The more free stuff you do, then pretty much just down the road, you'll be happy that you put that work in when you're getting paid gigs. And finally is a pretty simple one, but you know, I mean, some people might even overlook it, and that is to be professional and efficient. Now, it is essential that you are professional and efficient to build up kind of rapport with your customers, and actually make them want to use your services long term, which kind of makes them a recurring client, which is awesome. When you build up all these different people, it's loads of you know, clients who are going to be giving you consistent work, consistent monthly work, which is dope, which you want to build up loads and loads of clients. So in terms of being professional, just make sure you're on time. You're obviously not, you know, for me, obviously I'm shooting in clubs and at events. It would be extremely unprofessional if I was getting really drunk at these events and just making a scene out of myself. You know what I mean? You would definitely not be getting invited back. So try and relate that to whatever your personal work is. But overall, you do need to be a professional. And in terms of being efficient would pretty much constitute just make sure you're shooting good footage, you're there being professional, you're not slacking off. And overall, in terms of the post-production stuff, if you're not just there filming and you're actually editing, get the actual post-production done in a timely manner. Get it back to them within a week or 2 weeks, obviously, of filming, you know what I mean? Maybe longer if it's a huge project or something, but again, I'm just relating this to the work that I do. The longest I've ever taken to get back a project was 3 weeks. However, that was because they didn't send me a track to use for the final video of the event for 2 weeks. It took them 2 weeks to send a track over, which is crazy, to be fair. That's the longest anyone's taken to send a song over for the video, and then essentially I got it back within a week, if you think about it. I'm still a little salty about that because they took ages. But anyways, that's besides the point. Thank you guys for watching the video. Overall, that has been 5 tips. I hope you've definitely taken something from that and can apply it to your own personal stuff, whether you are just starting out or you've been doing this for time and you're just pretty much looking at you know, information on what others are doing as well. All cool by me, but thank you guys for watching the video. Have a nice day and goodbye.